Hi there and welcome to my preview of Menangle Friday the 6th of March. Hopefully we can continue on from our great day of Inter-Dominion and find you some winners. Race 1 today, I'm going with number 3 Glenferrie Hood. I think it can slot in somewhere in the running line here at 1 by 1 or something like that. It's 2,300 metres today. I think it'll get a nice run. I actually believe this horse is a better sit sprinter than a leader. At 1-2 starts to go here leading, but its best run ever was a win when it sat right off the speed and came with one run at them, and I think it can do that again today. So for my number 3, Glenferrie Hood's the winner. For second, number 4, whose idea was this? Won 7 in a row at Newcastle before coming over to the Pizzuto stable. It led last time at Newcastle, over 2,000 metres. It copped a fair bit of pressure in front, but it still managed to kick on to get run down by Zenable, which is no mean feat. It's a pretty nice horse, Zenable. And I think tonight, number 4, whose idea was this, can lead, and second up from a spell, can be in it for quite a long way. Number 8, My General Lee, it's going pretty well. It's ran second at its last 2 starts. Has gate speed if it needs to get over, or it's a pretty nice horse and it can run on pretty late for third. And number 5, Set in Stone, here's one a knockout for the first 4. It's going okay with a 4th and a 5th in better class races than this, and it will run on late for you, but I don't think it's a winning chance, but definitely for your first 4s. Numbers 1 and 2, Rykov Lees and the Art of Confusion, both led last time, and both caved in late. Art of Confusion was probably a better race when ran 4th to Come On Frank, but both them, whichever one gets to the fence first, can get a nice trail into it today and probably run a race as well. But for mine, I'm sticking with number 3, Glenferrie Hood. Race 2, and we come to a nice race here with some horses in good form. Number 3, Roger Ramjet, absolutely flying at the moment. Ran 4th in the heat of the Tontine and then came out and nearly won the Tontine behind Mr. Mundaka. Flew home for second. That's a hot field. Behind it was, Derby Winners and Outrageous L, which won yesterday. So that's a really good form line there. Put a change of tactics in last start, where it went back. So tonight I expect to see another change of tactics, to see it leading here. And it could even shorten up in the markets if so, but it looks like a pretty good thing. It has won here before, and it won at Melton 4 starts ago too, so it's really in form, number 3. Number 9, Let Us Rip Rita. Can't deny the races it's been running lately behind Bling It On, etc. Last start, it led and just folded late, went 3rd, but I'm just not sure whether or not that was because of its very hard run 2 starts ago when it probably should have handed up early and they went suicidal pace. Number 2, Miss Artistic Tara, flying at the moment. Won it's won 3 of its last 4, including its last 2. Led last time, got away with some pretty cheap sectionals, and managed to hang on, beating Bold Life, which is a nice horse later in today. It can probably get to the fence. And number 1, Charlie Bromack, loves this type of draw. Jimmy Douglas loves the peg line. It can run on for a place. Leaving out horses like Silverback and Crackerback Joe. Crackerback Joe goes well around the provincials, but doesn't really measure up when it comes to town. Silverback, it's going okay. Tritton Stable's sort of only going okay at the moment. It won well last time when leading, but I don't think it'll get the lead today. 7 Dreams, it's a handful of a horse. It's just, it's a mongrel of a horse that won pretty well 2 starts ago, and last time just pulled its head off, and I can't see it beating this lot. So for my number 3, Roger Ramjet. Race 3, we go to my best of the day here, or best of the night, sorry. Number 7, Tact Haley's Delight. It's flying. It won 2 in a row for us at good odds. Last start was 7th behind Adore Me in the world record time, which, we can figure is still a pretty bloody good effort because it probably ran 150 itself. I think it can sit off the pace here and just go bang past them in the straight. It's really going well. Chris Geary comes on board, which, I don't think it'll harm it in any way. Number 1, Dynamite Denny, another one that's really going well. Last start 4th. In the death seat behind Sweet Molly O'Shea in a Group 2. That's really good run. It just needs to get off the pegs here, which could be a problem. But this filly is really flying at the moment. Number 4, Condigan, finally hitting some form last start, went 4th, running home late behind He's a Thrill. It's threatened to do this for quite a while now. It's been well in the money. It's a sit sprinter, does need luck, but this is a step down in class for it. And number 3, Grin for Miss, returned to form last time in an easier race, but it did it tough in the death seat, and once it hits form, this mare, it goes pretty well. Leaving out number 6, Chance, which will be flying across to the lead, but I just think it's a bit weak. And 2, Dealer, just seems to have gone off a bit for mine. But race 3, number 7, Best of the Night, Tact Haley's Delight. Also very keen here, race 4, number 2, I'm a Gucci Girl. It was a great second at Bathurst in a hot field. and then came out and absolutely blitzed its rivals last start. It's a good sit sprinter. Just from barrier 2, it'll be getting every chance, and it'll just go bang on the home turn here. And I think it's a very good bet here if you can get black odds. Number 3, Ocean Diva, slowly working up to a win. It was a very nice youngster. It's run a third and a second, both as favourites whilst resuming, but I thought it was actually unders both those times. Blake might just fire it out here to the lead here today and give it every chance third up. Number 1, Bold Life, another one of Jimmy Douglas that loves the pegs. It'll be sitting there nicely, smoking its pipe and running on late. It was pretty good second last start. Number 5, Blackberry Lane. It's had 3 seconds in a row, and then last start was 6th in the Sweet Molly O'Shea race. In the I've Got a Life race, which they ran 150 in. It'll probably work forward to the chair and be nuisance value again. And number 7, the Empire Sister. It's the other one that could lead here, and it's going pretty well, having won 2 of its last 3. But you can't put them all in, and I think number 2, Amaguchi Girl, is a good thing. We go to race 5, and speaking of good things, but this will be pretty short. Number 5, Better Draw, 3rd in its Inter-Dominion heat, then came out in 4th in the Consolation behind Franco Ledger, which just killed them. Has gate speed, this horse. I expect it to lead. It's run 152 before. It just looks better than these. Number 4, I'm a Legend, ran on well for second last start, over 2300. It's better suited on the longer journey than back to the mile today, but I think it can run on for second. Number 3, Aspiring Artist. I don't know what's going wrong with this horse. Its last 3 starts have been abysmal. Can take its time to get to the chair again here at its best. Can definitely win the race, but I'm just not sure that it's anywhere near that at the moment. Number 6, Stun and Banner. Probably go 1 by 1 here today and have the last crack at them, but it had every chance last start when back on the pegs, got a split and just didn't run on. It's a bit of a disappointing horse for mine, number 6. But number 5, Better Draw, just looks a standout. Race 6, top race this one. I'm going against the early money. I'm going with number 5, Come On Frank, which has won 2 of its last 3. I think it can get to the death seat here and grind away. It's such a good horse. It loves Menangle. It's had 5 wins here or something. Last time over the 2300, it managed to sit in the chair and win, but more importantly, 3 starts ago, it sat in the chair in a good race and won in 152 and change. I think it can get to the death seat again here, and very hard to beat. Number 6, Freiburg's coming back from the Inters, but 3 starts ago, it was beaten a neck behind Avanova. I think it's slowly getting back to its best form here, number 6, Freiburg, and I think it's going to really get a nice run here. It'll probably come across and get the 1 by 1 or 1 by 2 here and have the last crack at them. Number 3, Alta Jerome. There's no doubting this guy is flying at the moment. Ran really well into the Chariots of Fire last time when it led. Handed up behind Bling It On and ran on nicely for a 4th. It's got good gate speed. Probably can lead here, but it's not going to be able to trail a horse here, so it's going to have to do all the work out in front. And there's some good horses behind it here, so it could be a little bit unders for mine, Alta Jerome. Number 8, Gaius Caesar, ran a good race for 3rd last time. It's getting back somewhere near its best. It can definitely a first 4 chance here. Numbers 1 and 2, Living Lord and Zenable, both probably heading for the peg line here and can run on late. But for mine, I like numbers 5 from 6 and 3. We come to race number 7, and looks like a standout Quinella race. Number 8, Good Time Stride. You probably have your heart in its mouth early because it can gallop this horse, but on its best form, it deserves to be pretty short here, I think. 2 starts ago, it killed them in 153, and then came out last start against Zenable and whatever the horse was that won it, I can't remember, sorry. Grin for Miss, sorry, I apologise for that. And it was suicide tactics early. They just went too hard early, 26-something first quarter, and Grin for Miss and Zenable, which are 2 better horses than it, managed to run past it, but it still had on for 3rd. It only has to probably go 154 to win here today, and if it goes in anywhere under that, it'll probably win. Number 9, Four's Enough Taz, looks like the logical danger. It's won 2 of it. It's won its last 2. It's been placed in won its last 8 starts. It can definitely do work. It can work around to the death seat and sit outside number 8, Good Time Stride, but I just think it might be too quick for it. They look a clear standout too for mine. Number 3, Fred Safari, has gate speed and it can get to the pegs first here. Hasn't done much since coming from South Australia, but if it can get a nice run behind the 8, it can plug along for 3rd. And number 4, American Highlights, really ran a good race during the week, when 3rd behind Spare Me Days. Admittedly, Spare Me Days should have won by a furlong if it didn't gallop in a bad drive. But still, that's pretty good form, and it can definitely run first 4 here. Novak goes okay and can probably run on, as can Lombo Final Touch, but for mine, it's a standout Quinella here. We come to the last, and it's the Trotters. Number 5, Sir Donaldson, or Donaldson as it was known in New Zealand, has been running against the cream over there, Stent, etc. 2 starts ago, ran third in a pretty good race. It sort of rounded him up on the home turn and took a couple of good ones to beat it. This is only the second raters here, so I think it can go pretty well. And Pizzuto always has these New Zealanders prime first up. Number 6, Glenferrie Dreamer. Trialled well in preparation for this, went third in quick time, 1:55 the trial. Supper Waltz Wilson went. This horse was only just behind Bad Habit in the trial, and Bad Habit would be pretty short here, or second favourite. It's always promised to do so much, this horse, and now it's had a few runs here at Menangle. I think it's definite chance and looks the logical danger for mine. The stablemates number 1 and 7, Idle Lee and Alta Rihanna, can probably fill the placings. Both have good gate speed, both been going well in the much harder races and can run on late. And 9 Go Ahead might make my day, and Alone Again, both chances for first 4, but for mine, 5 from 6, another standout. We go to the quaddy and we're going pretty thin here. We're sticking with number 5, Better Draw in the first leg. The second legs we're going with 3, 5 and 6. That's Alta Jerome, Come On Frank and Freyberg. The third leg numbers 8 and 9, Good Time Stride and 4's Enough Taz. And coming home with Sir Donaldson and Glenferrie Dreamer, and $50 to get you that 4.17 times. Good luck and good punting. See you later.